Hello and welcome. My name is Tony Smith, and first and foremost, I want to thank you for taking the time out to get in front of this video. I know you had a friend or a family member that reached out to you and they were excited and they said something like this: hey, I got something you just got to see. Now, their excitement, it either led you to be excited or maybe even skeptical, but by the time I finish this information, I promise you're going to see why they were excited and you're going to want to run and jump and hug them for getting you in front of this. You know, a little bit about myself. I'm actually from Birmingham, Alabama, joined the military at 17 and went active duty. 3.5 years ago, when I was introduced to what I'm about to share with you guys, I was deployed out in Africa, and I just found out my wife was getting deployed to Afghanistan, and I wouldn't see her once I got back. But I had one of my best friends reach out to me, and he said, Tony, I found it. And I said, you found what? What are you talking about? He said, I found a way for us to get our time back, and then we can have a lot of fun as we go along, you know. And so I sat down, he showed me a 15-minute video, and when he finished, I said, man, if that's really possible, we have our hands on something huge. So what I'm going to do is kind of go over everything that he went over with me, and I'm going to get you guys out of here. So the first part of this is a way for you to go out and travel and add more fun into your life. And the second part of this is a way for you to go and increase your income into your household if that's something you want to go out there and do. I'll start off with this. This is a quote that I've really grown to love over the last few years. And they say the world is a book, and those who do not travel, they only read one page. Now, you know people just like I know people that's never left their hometown, never left their home state. And to think about leaving the country, they never ever think about that. See, for me growing up, my summers were spent in my grandmother's backyard with the basketball goal. We had a $40 pool from Walmart with the hose pipe. That was it, y'all. We never, ever traveled. So what I'm going to do is show you how to open up that book and start flipping through a few more pages. Now, the name of the company is World Ventures, and I'm sure a lot of you have never, ever heard of us before because there's no commercials, no advertisement. The only way you find out about us is word of mouth, and it's invitation only. So if nothing else, high five the person that got you in front of this video, because at least they thought about you enough to do that, y'all. We've actually expanded out into 29 countries now. We're international, and that's our headquarters building right there in Plano, Texas, about 45 minutes up the road from Dallas. We've had a lot of success. We've gained a lot of recognition and accolades, and we've actually been named the #1 travel club in the world. And of course, when that happens, a lot of people reach out and partner with you. See, you see a list of a lot of the top resorts, cruises, hotels, theme parks right here. But what you won't see are the Motel 6s, the Red Roof Inns, the Holiday Inns, or anything like that. Nothing against them, but see, we deal with a lot of high-end resorts and things like that. See, Disney, it stuck out to me the most because they already had a vacation club, and I knew if they decided to partner with somebody else, another vacation club, they must have been doing some good things and headed in the right direction. Now, this blue "You Should Be Here" sign, you can see a lot of our members right here. These are just some of my family friends out enjoying themselves, whether that's on the beaches, you know, out sightseeing or going to the ball game. And that's why I say we have the best travel and entertainment lifestyle club in the world, because we have something that fits everybody's lifestyle. Now, how we work is a lot like Sam's Club and Costco's. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with those companies where you can go in and purchase a membership, and then you have access to go into the store and you can buy in bulk. Our co-founders, they said they love that idea, but instead of doing it with bottles of water and Skittles and snacks and soft drinks and things like that, they said, what if we could take that same exact concept, make it a lot more sexy, and apply it to travel? And that's exactly what they did. They rolled out Dream Trips, and these are 4- and 5-star experiences at 2- and 3-star prices. So it's kind of like getting that champagne lifestyle at the beer budget. You get a lot more bang for your buck. The company put together over 11,000 trips for 2016, so you have something going on every single day of the week. They handle all your reservations, all your planning. And see, I don't know if you've ever tried to plan a vacation before, but see, me and my wife, when we used to do this before the club, it would take us weeks because we wanted to go to the best place, you know, do all the right things when we got there, but of course, go for the best price. So you come in with us, you can book a trip in less than 5 minutes. You show up, everything is taken care of. Now, the membership, it includes you plus another adult, and that could be your spouse or significant other. Just don't take both. See, these are dream trips, not drama trips, and we don't want anybody getting hurt on vacation, y'all. And also the children within the household, so one membership per family. Now, here's a few examples. To go out to Orlando, Florida, 4 days, 3 nights, you're staying at the Gaylord Palms. That's $488 for 2 people, and you can apply up to 50 points. Now, I'll show you how to get the points in a little bit, But just know that's like taking $50 off the top of that price. It brings it down to $219 a person. But see, when you book a dream trip, it's not just your hotel stay. Our company has a much bigger buying power, and they go in and they throw in a lot of things for us. So this one, for instance, you get a Disney Park Hopper Pass where you can visit all the parks of Disney without having to pay for each one individually. You also get breakfast on a daily basis and then an airboat tour with transportation. And let me show you the value. If you book this trip the old way, meaning without our travel club, it's going to cost you almost $1,500 for the same exact thing I just showed you for $488. You just saved yourself almost $1,000 in this one vacation. Now, quick show of hands, who could figure out something else to do with that $1,000 versus just throwing it away with Disney? You know, and I know a lot of the hands are going up right now. It was the same way for me and my wife. Here's another example. To go out to Las Vegas, 4 days, 3 nights, you're staying at the Link Hotel and Casino right there on the Strip. $538 for 2 people. You can apply up to 50 points. That brings that down to $244 per person. But see, with this, you get a helicopter tour. How amazing is that? You also get a dinner and then breakfast every single day as well. It made sense, y'all. To go out here, we also have 40-plus major sporting events that the company puts together as well. So for all my sporting fans, I mean, we do things all the way from the Super Bowl to the college championships, the NCAA Final Four. We also, you know, getting ready for the NBA Finals as well. So when our company puts together these events, it's not just your ticket into the game. They actually wrap a vacation around it. So you get your hotel stay for a few days. They provide transportation to and from your events, and then they include special fan passes and things like that. So let's just take NASCAR, for instance. You can go down to the pit, meet the drivers before they take off for the races. It's just a much cooler way to go experience these things. We also provide a way to go give back through our volunteerism trips. We do this through our World Ventures Foundation, one of the fastest growing parts of this club. And see, I've always wanted to go make that big impact, but I didn't know a safe way to go about doing it. Now, we do these mission trips all over the world. There's a picture right here of my sister-in-law. She was out in Guatemala, and they had these bottles. I know some of you are wondering, why are all these bottles stacked up in the foundation? We build bottle schools, and what we do is we get them to clean up all the trash in the communities. They bring that trash in. We pack those bottles, and we make them as hard as bricks with that trash. We lay it in the foundation, and now whenever they have the earthquakes, those bottles, they can withstand the pressure a lot better than the bricks would. You know, so we've done over 70 of these schools in the last 4 years. Me and my wife were headed out in a couple weeks to go build our first school as well. We also partner with Nancy Lieberman, and with her foundation, we build dream courts, basketball courts all over the U.S. We go into the inner cities. We provide that safe playing area for kids to keep them off of the streets, keep them out of trouble, and we do this through the Boys and Girls Club. And it was just cool for me to know that our foundation was partnered with a lot of other credible organizations all over the world. I'm going to get back to the fun because I know one of you may be dozing off right now, but to go take an 8-day cruise, $438 for 2 people. You can apply up to 175 points. It brings it down to $132 per person. See, we do these quite frequently as well. And see, me and my wife, when I looked at this, I asked her, I said, baby, what are these one-way cruises? Do we have to swim all the way back? Do we have to grab the paddle boats? Or, baby, are they setting us up for the Titanic remake? Because I'd never seen prices like this. But when you go in and your company, they can call up the cruise lines and say, hey, I want to purchase 10,000 cabins for the course of the year. Can we get them for a better price? That's how you get prices like this. But we also have our dream price promise to where if you go in, because some of you may be thinking those trips, hey, those prices look kind of funny. But if you go in and you book one of our dream trips, our company gives you a week to go in and shop it. So you go to any booking engine, any travel agent, and if you can find that same exact trip for less, it has to match up apples to apples within 7 days. They refund you all your money back, and they still send you on a trip for free. See, me, I love discounts for free. That's my favorite 4-letter word next to food, and I love to eat. So we booked our first dream trip. I went to Google. I popped in our location, our resort. Couldn't beat the price. We just came off our 32nd vacation, and we still hadn't gotten a free trip. And it's just safe to say with our company, they know they have the best price on the market, but if they slipped up, here you go for free. How cool is that? We also recognize the fact that you won't be able to travel every single day. So because your budget won't allow you, your schedule won't allow you, but we want you to take advantage of the things you do on an everyday basis, like going out to eat, because you're going to do that. Taking the kids to the movies or bowling or ladies going to go get your hair done, getting an oil change and things like that. We have it rolled up in a mobile app, our dining entertainment section. You just pop in your zip code, your city. It'll show you all the businesses, all the restaurants we're partnered with. Present that at the register. They redeem the coupon. But for the ladies that's watching this video, and even some of the fellas, we have our online Dream Trips Mall. Well, we're partnering with about 4,000 stores globally. I'm talking about the Targets, Best Buys, Walmarts, Foot Lockers, iTunes, Victoria's Secrets, all those stores like that. You go in, and when you make that purchase through your online mall, you get a percentage of that purchase back to go use towards travel, so you can basically go shop your way to a vacation as well. But we also have our booking engine, which is Rovia. It's a lot like Expedia, but a lot better. With flights, hotels, cruises, activities, you can still book them. But see, I never realized that travel was a commissionable good. So when I used to book my flights and hotels and things like that through companies like Expedia, the owner of Expedia used to get a commission check. But since World Ventures owns Rovia, we get that commission back. So you go in and you pay yourself versus paying somebody else. It only made sense. If you want to go in and take a big family trip or a guy's trip or a girl's trip, we have access to about 60,000 vacation properties through our hideaway section now. You're talking about anything from townhomes to villas to condos and things like that. You pop in the city, the month you want to go visit, it'll show you all the things that we have available. Here's an example. 15 minutes away from Disney World, you have a 3-bedroom townhome that sleeps 6 people for $668 for the week. That's not per person. That's not per night. That's for the entire week. You do the math, that's a little over $100 a person to get out there and go enjoy that vacation. And see, my family, we have this rule. We say if it's room on the floor, that means it's room for more. So we're putting all the kids in one room. We're making pallets on the floor. We're going to make sure we cut down the cost for everybody to get out there. We also get a personal assistant that does all the things that's listed right there. I'm not going to name them all off, but that's pretty cool. It's just a bonus on top of this membership. Now, to speak on our membership, it's just like Sam's Club. The only way you get into that club is if you get past the bouncer standing out front. And I know some of y'all are wondering, what bouncer, Tony? I've never seen him. No, it's a her. It's the old white-haired lady asking you for your ID card. That's the only way you get into Sam's Club. Same thing with us. The only way you take advantage of our travel savings is if you come in and get a membership with us. Now, our membership, it's not like a lot of other travel clubs. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not $5,000. It's not $1,000. Our Dream Trips Gold membership, hey, some of you all can breathe now. It's only $200 one time. You never ever pay that again. And it's a lifetime membership. And then also $50 a month to maintain that. So a lot of you may be looking at this just like I did. I didn't mind the $200 because, see, me and my wife, we shop a lot. We have shoes collecting dust. But it always brings me back to that time I went to Walmart to get a loaf of bread. I walked out of Walmart spending $300. I don't know how that happened, but I got home to fix a sandwich and I realized I left the bread, y'all. I didn't mind the $200, but it was the $50 a month that made me kind of flinch a little bit or become a little hesitant because I saw it almost like another bill. But think about it. How many times have we paid a cable bill and we work around the clock and we don't have time to go and watch the cable, but we still pay it? I mean, even though, even like our cell phone bills, it made sense to me. The $50 a month, that wasn't too bad, y'all. And the company said, how many people do you know that would love to go take a cruise with you, especially for $132? And my answer was everybody. So if you decide to share this with your friends and family, and if 4 of them decide to go in and get a membership, the company takes away your monthly dues. And I just asked, how cool would it be if your cell phone provider said, hey, you refer 4 people up here and they get a plan with us, we'll take away your cell phone bill for the rest of your life. They're not doing that. We are. But we rolled out our Dream Trips Reward program about 3 years ago, and this is honestly what almost made this too good to be true. Now, how it works is the company said, we just want to get you to experience a dream trip. We know if you go take a dream trip, you won't take a regular vacation ever again. So how about the $200 you give the company? They turn right around and put that in an account for you now, and you can go in and apply that towards your vacations. But see, what they did with that $200 was turn it into 200 points, 1 point, $1, and that's how you earn the points that I was telling you about earlier that you can go apply towards your vacations, get you to go vacation much sooner. But if you don't want to share this, if you want to keep this to yourself, I call it being selfish, but you do what you want to. The $50 that you spend every single month on your anniversary date, every single year, the company says, hey, thank you for being a loyal member because you didn't have to stay with us. See, this isn't like a timeshare. This isn't, there's no contract with this. You're not locked into it. If you get a membership, You take a couple of dream trips and it's not what you want it to be, call the company, cancel your membership, no termination fee, no nothing, y'all. But just understand, every dollar you put into this membership, you get it back in the form of points. And it's similar to moving money out of your checkings account and putting it in your savings. How much did you lose? Nothing whatsoever, y'all. I'm going to talk about the Dream Trips Platinum membership and kind of go ahead and wrap things up. Now, the Platinum membership, it's a step above gold. You can tell by the names. It's kind of like getting that celebrity treatment when you get out on vacation without all the cameras and things like that. And we go to places like this, out to Dubai. This was the #1 city on my bucket list, but anytime me and my wife used to price it, it was anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000. But now when we join this club, to see prices like this, $1,738 for 2 people, you can apply up to 600 points, brings it down to $569 per person. We had no choice but to get out to Dubai. We went out there 2 weeks before Christmas last year, and the minute I took the first picture, I had friends and family calling me from Birmingham, Alabama, asking, Tony, what are you doing in Dubai? And I told them, I said, if you knew what I paid, you probably would have came alone. But we rode camels out there right in the middle of the desert. We did the dune buggies out at the sand dunes. They finished that up with a big show, belly dancers, barbecue, the whole nine. We also visited the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world. We took the tour up the next day, caught it right at sunset, one of the best vacations we've ever been in. You got to get to Dubai. We also took this trip out this past September to go out to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. You stayed at the Miraval residence. It's 5 days, 4 nights, $1,058 for 2 people. You can apply up to 240 points, brings it down to $409 per person. Now, the Miraval residence is actually voted the #2 all-inclusive resort in the world. See, I know some people have said, hey, I've been to a 3-star, a 4-star, or a 5-star, but this was a 4-diamond resort that we went to, and it was all-inclusive. And if you don't know what that means that was all your food, all your drinks, but most importantly, it was all your drinks. Because if you give me 5 days, 4 nights, I'm going to try and drink that back. Don't judge me. Some of you may eat it back. We just got out there and we had a bunch of fun. But see, what I love about our dream trips is the people you get to meet. See, we showed up with a bunch of strangers. We didn't know everybody there, but by the time we left, we had friends all over the U.S. I mean, we went out there, we did kayaking, snorkeling, zip lining. We took a catamaran out. They had a barbecue on the back of the boat. But we enjoyed the beach with the jet skis and the food. Everything was cooked to order. The service was some of the best service we've ever had. But let me show you the value. If you book this trip the old way, it'll cost you almost $2,000. But with us, $818, you just saved yourself nearly $1,200 in this one vacation. And I know it may seem like I'm beating a dead horse when I go in and I show what we're saving, but a lot of people they ask me, Tony, what's the value in y'all's membership? I get it. You're giving us every dollar back, but I like to save my own money. See, there's no issue with that. You can save your own money. The only problem is you'll never get a deal like this. That's why you get a membership with us. Our platinum membership is $300 one time. You never ever pay that again. And you get 300 points back immediately as well. And then $100 a month to maintain that. But see, platinum starts to pay for itself with things like early check-in, late checkout. They upgrade your rooms, roadside assistance. So you can cancel that off for your insurance now. They take care of you because you're one of the members. Emergency evacuation, if you get sick or, hurt over in another country, they take up to $50,000 towards your medical bills and transporting you back to the U.S. And you can also apply more points, but they throw in different excursions, things you would have paid for on a vacation. They include it all because you're a platinum member. Now, if you decide you want to share this with friends and family, you can. That's 100 points if they decide to get a platinum membership that the company rewards you. And if they decide to get a gold, they get a gold membership, 100 points, platinum, that's 200 points. You can use that immediately. We also have an executive status where if you've earned 3,000 points in a 365-day period, you can book an entire dream trip now with points alone. So you can leave your wallet in your room when you go in and book that. Talk about the Welcome Dream Trips. They rolled these out about 2 years ago. And what it is once you join the club, the company wants to push you out of the door immediately. They do these 4-day, 3-night trips. They do them all over the world. They offer them in your first 90 days. You don't have to take the trip. Just book it within your first 90. And we do them all over the world. Here's an example. You go to New York City. You're staying at the La Parker Meridian, a 4-day, 3-night trip, $378 for 2 people. You apply to 50 points, brings it down to $164 per person. Now, if any of you ever been to New York, you know we couldn't stay in a Red Roof Inn for $164. But with this, you get a continental breakfast, and I'm not talking about the bagels and the cold cuts. You get a hot breakfast with this deal. You also get a Broadway show, a food tasting tour, a host while you're out there, and then a round-trip airport transfers where they pick you up from the airport, take you to the hotel. When your vacation's over, they take you back to the airport. let me show you the value. If you book this without us, meaning you booked it the old way, it'll cost you almost $2,800. And with us, $378, you just saved yourself nearly $2,400 in this one vacation. I just got to ask, if this is true about the new way, would you ever go book the old way? I think not. Now you can see why they're so excited, right? If you decide to be a gold member and you want to upgrade to platinum later, you can. You just pay the difference in the initial plus your first month's fee of platinum. That makes you a platinum member. See, for me and my wife, I know now when we're laying on our deathbed, and I'm hoping you all can say this too, that you weren't just existing, but you were living. See, 32 vacations over the last 2.5 years, we're doing the things that we talked about doing years and years and years down the road as far as traveling the world together. And a lot of you are saying, hey, when I retire, I'll do that. But I promise you this, that bikini, it won't look as good at 65 as it would right now. So my friend shared this portion with me, and I was super excited. It made sense, but he said, Tony, there's more. And that's what I'll do. I'm going to tell you there's more. I'll shift gears. Now, I told you earlier, there's a way for you to go in and increase some income into your household if that's something you want to do with the business side to this. Now, this is completely optional, but we actually get paid to go and share this. Now, before I saw this, I saw a lot of other companies, things with fitness, skin creams. I've seen things with the body wraps. We see a lot of different trends where it's around for a little bit and it doesn't last forever. We've seen a lot of those different companies pop up. But see, travel, I knew that wasn't going anywhere because, see, I learned in Bible study growing up that Jesus was born in the manger 2,000 years ago, and see, that was because the hotel was sold out. So I knew travel, we've been traveling for a while. You understand that, and travel, it'll continue well past the time that we leave this earth. The baby boomers, they're driving this market because they're spending their money on one or two things. That's healthcare and insurance, and then also travel. I can't get excited about pills and potions, guys. This is a perfect home-based business with a low overhead. You come in, there's a lot of tax breaks with this. So I saw it as the perfect plan B. See, if you decide to become a representative, there's $100 one-time payment that you have to pay and $15 a month. That takes care of your websites, customer service, our corporate staff, all of those things. And then 18 to 25, there's a discount to join a business. That's $25 one time and $7 a month. The company just promotes entrepreneurship. They figure at those ages, you're kind of just now getting on your feet, getting out of school and things like that. So pretty cool. If you decide you want to come in and do this, this is a lot like social media. See, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You see the Snapchats and all those things like that. I share this with people. They love to travel, but this portion, and some of you may be feeling the same way, where they say, I don't like to sell. But see, there's two types of people in the world. Those that either sell for free or those that get paid to sell. Because, see, when I came back from living overseas, I went straight to AT&T. I picked up the Samsung Note 5, and I posted on Facebook. I said, hey, Team Samsung Note 5. I had one of my best friends reach out to me. He said, Tony, I was thinking about getting an iPhone, but is the Note 5 really worth it? I said, don't waste your money on the iPhone. Go get you a Samsung, man. He went and got the phone the next day. The only issue was Samsung never cut me a check. But I sold a phone. And that's what I saw as the issue. A lot of us, we talk about our favorite food at the restaurants, our favorite TV show, our TV or the new car we just got, how comfortable it is as far as the drive. And see, those companies, they'll never cut you a check. Our company said, we just want to pay you because you're the ones out sharing this information. You're going to naturally go out and tell your friends you're traveling. When you get out there on vacation, you take pictures, you come back, you post them. Your friends ask you, how was the trip? What's that blue sign about? And if you sit down and share the information with them, our company said, we just want to pay you. You're doing the legwork. So I'm going to show you how to become profitable, and that's by making 6 gold membership sales with this company. Now you're profit. You've earned everything back. You're better off now than where you started. If you make a platinum membership, you actually make more money, but gold is our most popular membership. Now, there's a left team to this business and a right team. Don't want to confuse you. You can just be the coach like Phil Jackson, and you want to build a good scrimmage squad. So you don't want to put all your best players on one team. You want to split them up. So the first 3 people you bring in that first month, the company pays you $100. The next 3 you bring in, they pay you $150. And anytime they see 3 new sales on the left and 3 new membership sales on the right, they pay you what we call a cycle bonus, and that's $200 in your first 2 months. You've made a total of $450, and at worst case, it costs you $115 to become a rep. Now you're in the profit, $335. That's a great goal. See, for me, that was my first goal with this. I'd never done anything like this before. I'd always been told to kind of stay away from things like that. And I said, you know, things where you got to go out and refer it and share it to people. But hey, I went in and did this, and it wasn't about the money. It's the time it took me. I took 1 hour out on a Saturday, invited 5 friends over, 3 of them joined. The next Saturday, I invited 4 friends over, and 3 of them joined. I made my money back the next Friday, direct deposit in my account. I said, okay, the money's real, so we continue to do this. But at that time, those 6 people, they started sharing that. And when this happens, of course, your business grows as well. So we're creating leverage. Anytime you have 12 or more people that joins your business in a calendar month, the company pays you anywhere from $300 to $900 a month. We call it a lifestyle bonus. You do whatever you want to with it. Back in the day, we had to go get a silver BMW. But if you want to call it free groceries, or you want to call it free gas, or an extra vacation, you want to pay off the cars you already have, put it in the savings, you do whatever you want to with this. There was a bunch of us to say, hey, let's just go upgrade our wheels. And, you know, I came into this, didn't know what I was doing, but you have a lot of people that reach out and they help you with this. I had one of my mentors, James Hampton, up in the top left. This guy, he was already finished up in the military. Him and his wife, they own 3 of the top daycares in the state of Tennessee right now. Kevin Toon, the guy right next to him, he had done 24 years in the military, so it was easy for me to follow him. He had already retired. He had already done the things I wanted to do, but he took me under his wings, shared with me how to go build his business correct way. But we have a lot of people winning with this. I mean, people, you know, in the military, out of the military, college graduates, college dropouts, lawyers, nurses, doctors. We have a lot of people all over the world winning with this concept. Here's another way that we get paid is residual income. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's the money that, you know, Michael Jackson, you know, Elvis, Prince, they earn now. You know, even though they passed away, every time their song comes on the radio, their family, their kids, they still get cut a check. So our company said, hey, we want you to go in and build this business once, and then we'll pay you for the rest of your life when you hit this level. As little as 60 people in your organization. See, you could have referred all 60 or just the first 6, and they start sharing this and they start sharing it. And then when you hit that level, now you're earning on average about $250 a month. But as those numbers grow, so does your residual. 90 on the left, 90 on the right. That's our director level. You're earning on anywhere from $900 to $1,500 a month. And I just asked, could you ever go to your boss and ask them for a $900 a month pay raise? They're going to tell you either get out of my office or take off that uniform and leave. You know, but no, with this, you come in and whatever you put into this, that's what you get out of this. And that's why I say no guarantees regarding income. This isn't like a job. Just because you sign up for World Ventures, in 2 weeks, you don't get a check. It's what you put into this, your efforts. If you decide to get good at this, if you don't share this with anybody, you don't earn any income. And I love the fact that for the first time in my life, I could get paid for what I was worth. See, some of you would enjoy that part as well. But here's our income disclosure statement. There's no secrets. I have to show you this. Our promotion levels are over on the left. We have our average commissions over on the right. So for me and my wife, you know, we came into this and we worked it part-time, just a little bit as far as our story. We hit the level of marketing director in about 14 months, working it part-time. And at that point, we matched the income that I was making in the military. So we made a decision for me to step away. And 3 months later, got out. 7 months later, we ended up hitting 6 figures in this company. And I don't say that to impress you, but literally press upon you what you can do if you just decide to step out of the box. You know, for me and my wife, it's been an amazing journey. We've been able to fly friends and family out to go on vacation with us. And that's what it's about. Not about the money, but what we've been able to do with that, y'all. And I'll leave you with this. They say if anybody or somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. That's what I tell you. Maybe it's your first time ever seeing this before and you're uncomfortable with that, but I'll tell you right now, you know, opportunity, it doesn't come knocking. You know, it usually tiptoes right on past you. And, you know, they say the chance to become financially free is you've actually, it comes 3 times in your lifetime. And by the time you're 21, it's already passed you up twice. Don't let this be the 3rd time, you guys. Get with the person that invited you on this video and let them know, hey, I want to go in and travel, or I want to travel and I want to do the business, y'all. That's my time. I thank you for being on this video with me.